interrupt our normal program to cooperate in security and civil defense measures as requested by the United States government. This is a Conelrad radio alert.
Freeze! MEZPD! Jack-o'-lanterns, more like jack-o'-losers. We don't tolerate seasonal produce. This broadcast is coming to you from the Midwest Exclusion Zone. I'm your host, Jimbo, and today we're talking about this. The Ruger Security 6 357 Magnum. This is the old school Ruger double action. And my love for this gun started all the way back when I was 20, about to be 21, working my first job. I was saving every paycheck so that the moment I turned 21 I could go buy my first handgun, and I was obsessed with revolvers. I still am. You're going to see a ton of revolvers on this channel. You've already seen some, but doing research on what kind of revolver I wanted to get, I landed on the Ruger Security 6. I had $500 saved up, and I searched and searched everywhere to find one. I went to every gun store within a 50-mile radius of my home, and I just couldn't find one. Nobody had one at all, so I settled for a Glock 19, and the most generic choice I could have made, which at the time I loved that gun too. I had a stripped AR lower shipped to my FFL, and he was holding it for me until I turned 21. Well, when I went in to go pick up that stripped lower, there was none other than a 4-inch blued Security 6 walnut grips sitting in that case for the exact price I gave for my Glock 19. And looking back on it, I should have just tried to trade it or trade it and put money towards it, but I didn't for some reason, and I highly regretted that ever since. So finally having one of these in my hands, and plenty of ammunition provided to me by Clawbean Arms, has been an absolute joy. This revolver is absolutely sweet, and I'm not really sure because I haven't handled that many of these, but this one seems like it really could have had a trigger job or some sort of gunsmithing work done to it, because it is just like butter. And I don't know if that's how they all are or not. I mean, it is just so slick.
Development on the Ruger Security 6 started in 1966, and the gun entered production in 1972. Production lasted from 1972 to 1988, with 1.5 million units produced. The Ruger 6 line was made to compete with the Smith & Wesson and Colt service revolvers at the time, and it was a less expensive version compared to those two because it used investment casting for most parts in an effort to keep down production costs. This led to the overall frame size of the revolver to be somewhat larger than more popular models of the time, but it also made parts easier to replace by the owner. There were three main variants: the Security 6, the Service 6, and the Speed 6. The Service 6 is a adjustable sight 357 Magnum. The Service 6 is a fixed sight 357 Magnum, and the Speed 6 is a 38 special only fixed sight model. Interestingly, the US military, across up to 4 branches of service, allegedly, adopted the Security 6 series pistols, really in a Service 6, under the designation M108. They were adopted to replace older Smith & Wesson Model 10s and apparently they were issued to military police, Air Force security forces. 2.5-inch variants of the M108 were issued to CID investigators. It's been suggested that the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, and Marine Corps all used versions of the Security 6, though information is limited. Here's a picture of the M109, a snub-nosed model of a Speed 6 chambered in 9mm that uses moon clips. There was an Indian military contract for Speed 6s and Service 6s, and these were chambered in 380 rim, also known as 38 Smith & Wesson or 38-200. Here's a picture of a PPC variant. I just love PPC revolvers, so I just wanted to show this. For a revolver that has over 1.5 million units produced and has such a varied and widespread service history, there is hardly any photographs available of this gun in service. I would really love to see more information about the service history of this gun because it's very interesting to me, and the internet is of no help finding this stuff.
On the subject of the infamously oversized Ruger due to its cast parts, yes, it's large. However, this gun will fit in a Galco large frame revolver holster. But this revolver, this is a Colt Trooper 357, is noticeably larger. Not sure how well it's going to show up on video, but this revolver does not fit in a Galco large frame revolver holster. So yes, the Ruger is on the larger side of things, but it's not as big as the more popular and collectible Trooper 357. Yeah, not sure how well it's going to show up on camera, but it's not the biggest gun in the world. 220 grain Wendigo Walloper sledgehammer round, 220 grain solid lead. Let's see if it does anything. Something.